What up, though?
What up, though? That's his thing. What up, though?
Welcome to another episode of Areas of Human Activity. It's your mans and them. You dig? It's your mans and them.
Hey, everybody, how y'all doing out there?
What's up? What's
Man,
up?
we got a very good episode tonight. Very motivational, very encouraging. We got some good stuff for you tonight.
We're going to get into it, though. You know? So for the announcement that I was talking about a little earlier, Areas of Human Activity will be going, as far as the title name of the show, will be going strictly to audio, to the podcast, to the audio podcast. The visual podcast that you see right now, that's actually going to be notoriously opinionated, because that's what we end up doing on here. We give our notorious opinions.
That's exactly what we do.
That's what we do.
That's exactly what we do.
You dig? So
we're doing we're transitioning.
We're transitioning, right? So the actual video show, this is going to be notoriously opinionated. The audio show, the audio show that you can catch on Spotify and all the other streams that we own, that will be on that will be the one that we do on Spotify, right? So you can catch Notoriously Opinionated on my YouTube channel named Notoriously Opinionated. And but this is gonna be the name of it. That's gonna be the name of this show. So in the future, that's what we rocking with. We rocking with Notoriously Opinionated, because that's what we give it. Now, are we still going to be talking about the 9 areas of human activity? Absolutely, because you can't get away from what we do being the 9 areas of human activity, right? So that's what we're doing. That's what we own. This is Notoriously Opinionated, though, right? Tonight's show, man, I had one of my guys, like, people. So as far as the show goes, man, y'all in for another a couple of months of some good ass shows.
Yeah, pretty.
You know what I'm saying? Because I run into people all over. That's like, that got stories to tell. You know, that's like, man, when we gonna get on the show and talk about this? When you gonna let me on the show so we can talk about that?
Hey, I went through this the other day.
I went through this
the other night. Hey, man,
I think this is something that your viewers might want to listen to and talk about.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not just about what me and Negus Kafaru want to talk about, right? We want to hear about what you want to listen to. We want to hear about what you want to talk about, and then we will give our notorious opinions about it. You know. So again, hit us up in the comments, hit us up in the chats, and we gon' get in like that. The next announcement, and this is breaking. Just got the text about this. Shout out to my guy Ghost, man. My guy Ghost.
Shout out to Ghost.
The breakout 2020 Battle Rapper of the Year. The awards was called the Yours Awards, right? And he got the Best Battle Rapper of the Year award. He had 2 awards. And Best Radio Single. Right?
That's hot.
So
that's hot right there.
So shout out to my man Ghost, man. He up there in St. Louis, man, doing his thing.
Shout out to Ghost and all the other rappers that's out there doing their thing, but a special shout out to Ghost because he brought it home. And man, we ready for the state of Missouri to do some really big things. Period.
We
really need to really put Missouri on the map as far as doing some big things, man.
So my man got nominated for 4 awards and won 2 of them. Right? The man's doing big things. You know what I'm saying?
Something to think about.
That's right. So shout out to my man Ghost. Now, there was a topic. The reason that we hitting this topic tonight, I got a partner who's like, man, I'm loving the stuff that y'all own. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of talking about politics. You know what I'm saying? For the moment.
Just for the moment.
I'm tired of talking about politics, you know, because we could talk about how the president that's leaving is actually harming national security by not letting the president-elect come in and be a part of these briefings.
Yeah, that one's pretty tough right there.
The fact that he keeps claiming fraud when there's no detection of it ain't no detection of 5 million votes fraud.
No, he just can't really believe that he lost, and he's in denial right now.
I think he can believe that he lost. I think he don't want to believe that he lost, you know, because like literally everybody's telling him that he's down 5 million votes.
Maybe he got a trick up his sleeve to pull like 6 million votes out of some type of, you know, island or somewhere, man. He's gonna get that somehow connected, you know. I don't know, man. He might have 6 million votes tucked somewhere, man.
Hey, man.
He might do a recount and just untuck 6 million votes, man.
Unless Donald Trump and David Blaine are partners, is the only way.
I think that David Blaine and him are partners.
If him and David Blaine are partners, that's the only way he's going to pull 6 million votes out of thin air. Because I believe
David Blaine is the one that got him in office the first.
So it was all smoke and mirrors and magic that got him in there.
Yeah, so it's not like, you know, it got him there. It happened before, you know. Okay. Yeah, you know, history repeats itself, so on. And this would be the very first time, if this happens, that a president actually lost but didn't lose, like Debo's style,
right,
like Friday, like
Debo,
like I
won, fool,
but I didn't win,
but
I lost,
but you lost.
But he's opposite.
But I won.
He's fool. Like I lost. Nah, he Debo like. I ain't lose.
Oh, it's like that song, vice versa.
Yeah, it'll be the first time. It's like bizarro world right now. Like,
hey man,
I mean, I'm just ready for 2020 to be over. I know everybody's ready for 2020 to be over because this is like bizarro world. Everything's upside down. Everything is just twisted, and so it's time for us to have some type of normalcy to return so that we can get along with our own normal lives. I mean, goodness, this is driving us all crazy.
Well, I'm keep one with you. Like we done been through crazy. So
well, yeah.
So, but the thing that's, and this is me from my perspective, what's messing me up is not the crazy. What's messing me up is the fact that I expected to be home to get away from crazy.
Oh, you thought you were escaping.
I thought I was escaping.
He thought he was escaping crazy.
I did. I thought
and then, I was escaping crazy. I don't know what's more of a joke or what's funnier other than the fact that how can you escape crazy and come to Kansas City, Missouri? Like you knew you were coming here. Like when you left, you knew you left from here.
I left.
And then when you were being released, you knew you were heading here.
I knew I was headed back here.
And all of the guys that was hanging from the bars and crawling from the ceilings and all the nuts. You had to know that was a replica of the Kansas City, Missouri life
I did not know
you were having to get accustomed to.
I did not know that.
I don't know how you missed that. It was on your release plan. It actually said so. It said Kansas City. It's when you said you were putting down Kansas City, Missouri. They actually was like, oh, you fucked up, don't you? And then it says that on there. And then it says, be aware that you are not escaping prison. You are just preparing for prison.
So I bought the bottle of beer at 10 o'clock.
Yeah. I look, man, I don't make up these rules. I don't make these rules up. This is not something that I make up. This is something that happens. This is something that is out of my power, man.
Hey, man, I thought I was coming home to a semblance of normalcy on the street, and it's been. But here's how I'm seeing it. You know what I'm saying? Like what was normal to me for a quarter century was normal to me. You know what I'm saying? Because now check it out like this, right?
Just the uno, just you.
It was just me, because I'm living in my world that was presented to me. Like I was saying this in one of the other recordings, right? Like, my father only could teach me what he knew. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. He couldn't come up with some otherworldly shit to teach me that he didn't know. Number one, because
it works.
Pops gonna tell you when he don't know something. You know what I'm saying? But he could only teach me. A parent can only teach a child what they know. They can't teach a child what they don't know. They can instruct, they can direct, but as far as teaching and knowledge, you can only teach what you know.
Yes.
So he taught me all that he knew, and what he taught me, as well as what the streets taught me, what the system taught me, prepared me, unfortunately, for the life that I ended up leading, right? Prepared me for the fate that I ended up dwelling in, right? So now I'm like, I need to learn something more. I need to learn something different, because while I don't have children of my own, it's like I do. You know what I'm saying?
Because you realize that this is wrong. However your childhood is, you recognize there was something out of place.
I'm not going to say wrong.
Or something out of place.
There were things out of place. Yeah. There were things that were only applied to certain negative topics that needed to be applied more generally. For example, like how cats in the joint will get pouches of tobacco, you know what I'm saying? And they'll flip them, right?
Right.
So if you just use that in a negative sense, in a dope boy sense, then that's kind of negative, right? But if you use it in the sense of just outright business, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's supply and demand.
Right.
It's the hustle. It's the hustle. And all hustles, I mean, like pharmaceutical business, that's a hustle.
Everything is a hustle. If you're trying to make a dollar, you're gonna have to hustle. You're gonna have to really get on your grind in order to make your money. So
exactly.
Look, guys, we got some encouraging stories that's gonna come to you tonight, and some great motivational things for you tonight. Me personally, even though I realize tonight is a motivational show and an encouraging show, I'm going to need some encouraging and some motivation from you guys out there. because we go through things on a daily basis that no one gets to see. And even though we thought we went through the fire, we didn't realize that we was coming out, and we was prepared to come out into another fire.
Right.
And so now we're in another fire, and we're trying to handle it the best way we know how.
Right.
And so I have a very, very good encouraging story for you guys out there, and one that's very touching to me, and it deals with, you know, my job and what I do on a daily basis. For those of you that don't know, I pick up some of your elderly people, some of the elderly people out there, maybe some of your grandmothers, maybe even some of your mothers, and I take them to their doctor appointments. This is what I do. Well, I happened to run into a lady. I won't say her name, but I will say that I happened to run into a lady that was 89 years old. And she had fell and broken her hip, as well as her leg, I believe. She had broken her hip and as well as her leg. And I asked her, you know, how did you break your leg? Like, you know, what was you doing? And she said, I was traveling. I said, you were traveling? She said, yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm traveling. I said, well, please do explain. And she was very vibrant, like very vibrant. Not all of my patients or clients that come into my vehicle are vibrant as she is. So this is what makes the story touching. But she says, well, she's been traveling. I said, could you please do explain? She says, well, I have lived a full life. I have been married. My husband has passed. All of my children are older and grown, and all my grandkids are older and have kids of their own. And it's time for me to live my life. And she said, so I'm taking the money that I have saved, and I am traveling all around the world. And I refuse to be stopped from doing so. And as soon as this bone heals, I'll be back to traveling the world again.
Right.
And I was really sitting here looking at her, and she's got on her makeup, and she's really still vibrant and still in great mental health, which, like I tell you, I'm a big advocate about mental health. And people do not understand the effects that mental health have on us as a community, especially as us as a nation, but more so as us as a Black community.
Right.
We do not address that as we should. But I say that to encourage you guys to say this. I asked her, how much regret does she have? And she said, regret is something that I've decided not to have. She said, I only have had mistakes I've made and mistakes I won't make again.
Dig that.
So I learned something from her saying that.
Mistakes I've made and mistakes that I won't make again. Yeah. That sounds like a thing of mine.
I mean, she's clearly learned, and so she has no regrets. And what she was basically telling me, because we talked a little bit longer, but what she was telling me was that she has no reason not to look in the mirror and be proud.
Right.
She's been through the fire. She's had her ups, her downs. She's done wrong. She's done good. And at the end of the day, she's able to look at herself in the mirror each day. And I believe that that's a part of our encouragement and motivation of the day, is to try to live a life that allow you to at least look into the mirror each and every day.
Yeah. So that story actually opens up a lot of conversation in my head. One, what she say, like I said, sounds like something that I say, in that Do you know that I've never lost in my life?
I understand. I know exactly where you're going with that.
So the reason that I say I've never lost, I either win or I learn. I never lose. I never lose.
That's great.
I either win or I learn what I need to do next time to win. But I never lose.
I like that. I like that very much.
Never lose. Now, the story also reminds me of something else that I constantly say. I've said it a number of times on this show. So a couple of recordings ago, I was talking about the dates on your tombstone, on your urn, whatever it is, right? When you transition. The day that you were born and the day that you transition are not the two most important things on that whatever.
On whatever, urn, tombstone, or whatever.
It's not the most important thing.
So what would you say is the most important thing?
The dash.
The parts in between.
That little dash is the story of your life. That little dash, it's the smallest thing on there, right? But it tells the biggest story. See, the day that you was born and the day that you transition are not the two. Those 2 days aren't really telling the story. You know what I'm saying? The story is that little dash in the middle.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's telling how you lived, how you died. That's telling whether you just lived the length of your life or whether you lived the width and the height of it too. You know what I'm saying? Because people just think about, okay, well, I was born and then one day I'm gonna die.
That's pretty much the average mindset of it all.
That's the linear, right? But if you look three-dimensional, things you go this way, you go this way, you go this way.
Yes, you do.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So people was just living the length of their life. Live the height and the width of it as well. That's a whole life. You know what I'm saying?
That's a whole lesson.
That's a whole lesson.
That's an entire lesson.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like within the wholeness of my life, I'm trying to dream so big that it scares me. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if your dreams ain't scaring you, you ain't dreaming big enough. You ain't dreaming big enough. Like, you know what my dream. So I've told everybody that the whole premise of this of Notoriously Opinionated Areas of Human Activity actually belongs. The credit belongs to a 6-year-old.
Yes.
The credit belongs to a 6-year-old, right?
Yes.
But that 6-year-old reminded me of who I actually aspired to be, what kind of show I actually aspired to be. You know the individual that I aspired to be when I was younger?
Who's that?
Arsenio Hall.
Like, some things you should probably keep to yourself. I think
this
is a keep to yourself moment.
Check this out.
I'm apologizing to y'all for him.
Don't apologize for me.
Sorry that his role model was Arsenio Hall.
I did not say role model.
Guy that he wanted to be.
Arsenio Hall.
Superhero.
Arsenio Hall in the 90s had the biggest black talk show, period.
In the entire world.
Period. Right? You had Arsenio late night, Oprah Winfrey.
Look, he's right about this because he wanted the best. It makes sense. It's really understandable. It just was a left one. You know, Arsenio, no one was expecting Arsenio Hall. We could ask all teachers and we could ask them, you know, what is the biggest things that they get after they ask a student, you know, hey, what would you like to be? And I mean, I'm pretty sure that there's a 0% chance a 0% chance that there was any children that said that they were wanting to be Arsenio Hall. But it makes sense.
If you had
it makes sense because it's beautiful.
A young black
I didn't
chick.
see it. I didn't see it.
If you had a young black chick that wanted to be a talk show host,
she would probably say Oprah.
She would probably say Oprah. You know what I'm saying?
Bam.
But if you had a dude that was like, man, I want my own talk show. I want late night
because Montel
TV to be
kind of.
I didn't like Montel.
See, but we still got to give Montel. Yeah, but we still got to get. He did it. Biggest black man talk show daytime history. He's done it. But we got Arsenio.
No diss to Montel.
No diss to Montel. It's
no
just
diss to
man.
Montel, man.
I'm gonna rock with Arsenio. I'm gonna rock with Arsenio as well over Montel.
Arsenio Hall in the 90s, man. Arsenio had everybody on his show. Arsenio Hall interviewed 3 of my legends like this: Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, and Mike Tyson, all in the same show. Arsenio Hall did that.
Okay, he's got me sold on Arsenio, y'all.
Just saying.
Arsenio, you were the
Arsenio was the man of late night.
You are the man still of late night because no one's been able to top that. I don't believe.
And nobody's been able to top that. Like if you grew up, oh my God, bro. If you grew up a generation or 2 ahead of me and you wanted to do what I do, you would have said Johnny Carson.
Right, but I'm just saying that this is me having a jerk moment. That was just me having a jerk moment. I am not left fielding. That just left fielded me when you called me with it was a hook. You got me with the hook, all right? And I was trying to recover from the hook, but you gave me a jab and then an uppercut. That what kind of caught me out with the Arsenio Hall. See, that's a 3-banger.
KJ.
It's a hook, a jab, and uppercut.
Look up the episode when Arsenio had the greatest, the Sugar, and the Knockout King. And Mike Tyson.
Yeah, that's
legendary show, man.
That is the most legendary show.
Legendary, and he had legendary acts on there, man. Like some of your best up and coming
singers and artists,
comedians.
Yeah.
All kind of, man, they was on Arsenio, man. If they was black and they was about to be popping, they was on Arsenio, man.
So y'all, we need y'all to help us get our show popping like that. So that we can be the biggest, blackest radio talk show ever in history. We can do it if y'all believe. Yes, man. He did that, man. It's 3. It's a 3-piece. Arsenio Hall. It's a 3-piece. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I know what none of y'all expected me to say Arsenio Hall, but it was facts, man.
No one.
It was facts. You know what I'm saying? And if you think about why I said it, it'll make a whole lot more sense. You know what I'm saying? But Arsenio was still the dude that said, "Quit shooting that little motherfucker."
Yeah, he was that guy, and that was gangster. Like that was one of the gangsters. I mean, that's in our history books right there. You know,
shooting that little motherfucker.
Like everybody know what that means. Like as soon as you say that, everybody know Harlem Nice.
Harlem Nice, man.
Arsenio Hall. There you have it.
Arsenio, man.
So yes, I guess it makes sense. He not only was a great talk show or talk show host. He also was a great actor.
He was a good actor.
He was funny. He was funny. He had some good acting.
He was funny.
Parts in some movies.
Yeah, he was funny.
Now that I've shared me an encouraging story with you guys, I would like y'all to share some encouraging stories with us. But as we do that, I would like to hear an encouraging or motivational moment from you.
So here's what I'm gonna go with, right? Like I had to find ways to encourage myself during a lot of dark days. You know what I'm saying? And the Bantu people of sub-Saharan Africa have a belief that you can heal yourself. You know what I'm saying? I believe they meant that in a physical sense, an emotional sense, as well as a mental sense. You know what I'm saying? So I had to find what helped me heal over years. I had to find what made me happy. Music helped me heal, but I realized that it wasn't necessarily just the beat.
Right.
It was the words. You know what I'm saying? And so the words would make me feel. So I always kind of reverted back to poetry. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I always reverted back to poetry. And so it was poems that I would recite when I felt certain ways. You know what I'm saying? And there was one poem in particular that always stood out to me that had varying effects on me, but it always encouraged me. Right.
Okay.
And so it's a poem called If by Rudyard Kipling. Right. And I'm gonna hit you with it. So it go like this. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two imposters just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or see the things you gave your life to broken and stoop to build them up with worn out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss and lose and begin again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve their turn long after you are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing left in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can walk with crowds and keep your virtue, or talk with kings, nor lose the common touch. If neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much. If you can feel the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it. And which is more, you will be a man, my son.
Pretty breathtaking. That's very motivational.
I thought about that.
That is very motivational.
The time, bro. There's so many parts in that poem that can be utilized for different moments and different things that you go through in your life.
Each and every last one of our lives. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so when you're talking about motivation, when I'm talking about need motivation, I think of If, you know, and a lot of times I might not even get past that first stanza. You know what I'm saying? If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I don't get past that, you know. But if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, you know what I'm saying? Like it's the whole, in my opinion, all you really need, I don't need 100 friends. I don't need 100 friends. I need one friend that's gonna stand with me when 100 motherfuckers is against me.
Hey.
That's what I need.
You know what this reminds me of when you said that?
What's that?
The meaning of friend when I figured it out.
Right.
I remember it was around 09, 08, maybe even maybe 2010. And one of our friends ran up on me and he said, hey, Nate Goose, man, you gotta, he called me Swiss then, but hey, Nate Goose, you gotta get ready, bro. They coming to get you right now. I just heard them talking about it. They about to try and jump you right now, bro. Now I can't fight.
100. Keep it one.
Listen to what he said.
Keep it one.
He said, now I can't fight.
Right.
I'm letting you know that right now. But I can take the first punch for you, let you set up on them, and go get some help. See, when he said he could take the first punch for me,
yeah,
the light bulb popped on that had never popped on, that had been waiting to pop on. You're going to get these light bulbs in your life. I know some of you younger guys out there definitely going to get some of these light bulbs. They pop on in throughout your day. But the light bulb popped on of what it really meant to have a true friend.
Dig that.
Because, see, it's one thing to know what you incapable of.
Right.
But it's another to know you're incapable of one thing, but will still sacrifice yourself.
But still go in.
And go in because of the love that you have for the next person. So that showed me that I didn't need a gang of fighters around me. I can fight pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't need a bunch of killers around me.
Mm-hmm.
I understand what that means and what it takes to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I needed to be like Captain Kirk
mm-hmm.
in the Starship.
Right.
In Star Trek.
Right.
I need somebody to pilot, navigate,
mm-hmm.
do some doctoring,
mm-hmm.
some typing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can't be just like me.
Right. Right. If
you got a lot of me in there, we're gonna crash this ship. The ship's going down. All right? You can't have a gang of me in there. All right. I'm telling you that right now. What do you mean? How did this go here? You see me on a cell phone. Have you seen me on a cell phone trying to order something or anything? It's like punching buttons. It's like, why is this not doing? What does this mean? Like, I'm not reading nothing. I'm just expecting stuff to happen. So just put me, if you want me driving it, if you want me driving the Star Trek, the Enterprise, just know that if you put me
motherfucker running into stores and shit.
I'm just saying, we hyperdriving
running
into
all
type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm in hyperdrive and pushing all type of buttons. What does this do? I gotta figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Saturn done lost 3 rings fucking with him.
Yeah. No, but for real, guys, like for real, man, we just gotta realize that we can't be so judgmental with our friends and our peers around us. A lot of our friends aren't going to think the way we think.
But everybody got their lane.
Within
the friendship.
If you realize it.
if you realize it and are willing to accept.
And willing to accept it. That's why I say a lot of people get judgmental and it's like, okay, well, you're doing A, B, and C. I do A, B, and C this way. So I don't want to deal with you. No, it's just let's make time for each other. Let's make some time to do what you like and make some time to do what I like, or kind of meet in the middle.
Right.
That's caring. Like if you got brothers, sisters out there, I'm pretty sure y'all do. People that you care about. A lot of us don't even talk to a lot of our family members. Right. Because of our differences. Right. And not being able to accept each other's differences. Right. We right now are in a time where we have to realize that regardless of what our family members decide to do with their lives, if it's not putting us in harm's way or in danger, those is ours. And even some of them is putting themselves in danger, but they're still ours. Right. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I'm still going to accept you. I'm going to love you unless you're doing something that's going to put me in harm's way. Then I'm going to treat you accordingly and feed you with a long handled spoon. But if you're a good person and you just living your life outside of the accordance of what I like to live my life, hey, you might like to smoke all day. But if that's all you do all day, exactly, I'm not mad at you.
Right.
It's what you do all day.
It's just not what I do.
It's not what I do all day. That means that we're not going to hang out all day.
Right.
But who knows? I might have a day where I might need to hit your phone like, hey, man, I'm having one of those days.
Yeah.
I need to sit with you.
I need to sit with you all day.
All day. Cut it out. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna tell you what that makes me think about. So you do I know dude?
Yes.
Okay. So you do.
That's I mean. I can say his name. That's Anthony Payne. I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So okay.
And a Stone Cold and Will now you give him a weapon, he's good to go.
All right.
But you know, he's just not gonna make it.
So that's like he knew that in the fight, you was more of the lion. He was more of a sheep.
He understood.
You know what I'm saying? But, and I say this all the time, I would rather follow a lion with an army full of sheep than an army full of lions with a sheep as the
leader. Yes.
Because them lions is gonna follow the lead of the sheep.
Right.
Just like that sheep is gonna follow the lead of the lion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you being there, it's like I know I can't fight, but I'm still gonna act like a lion.
Yeah.
Until this happens.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, man, that's courage, man, and that's
real
something
courage.
That's something that a lot of so-called killers don't got.
No, no.
All right, so let me see. We probably done with the motivational stories, but here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. I want everybody to just be encouraged. Now, think of the things we've talked about during the course of this show. We talked about living your whole life, you know what I'm saying, and not letting nobody get in the way of your dreams. If your dreams don't scare the shit out of you, dream bigger. You know what I'm saying? Like, dream till your dreams scare you. It's like, man, if I actually, because dig this. It's not the time when you actually on stage getting a Grammy or on stage getting a People's Choice. You know what I'm saying? You made it. You did. You there then. You know what I'm saying? It's really nothing to think about. What you gonna think about is the grind.
That's why they say that it's hard for a fighter to get out of those silk sheets and them silk slippers once he has won a championship belt, because he's made it.
He's made it.
He's the champion of the world. I mean, what else is there to prove?
KJ, hope you heard what he just said. Don't let them silk slippers and them silk sheets take away your drive.
Take away your fight.
Take away your fight and your fire.
Heart and your fire.
Don't let them take away your heart and your nerve and your sinew when you actually accomplish your goal.
That's right.
You did?
That's right.
Stay hungry. That's what it's all about.
That's exactly what it's about.
Stay hungry.
And let not your age nor let any one of your peers direct you differently than that.
That's how Rocky got fucked up.
Straight up.
He let them Porsches and that house and all that take away his fire. You know what I'm saying? We've
also spoke about transitioning due to the fact that we're about to transition the show.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to speak on that for a moment. Transition. It's a very, very morphic word and mutative word. It means a major change. And so I come to find in life, daily we must transition. This is not something that is about a certain thing or a certain period in your life. This is something that you will have to do on a constant basis if you are growing and trying to better yourself, or even just trying to stay focused and stay in a good place. In order to do that, you must daily transition, meaning that you must re-establish, rebirth, and rebuild yourself mentally and emotionally and spiritually each and every day. And even physically, because if you do not do so, you begin to get weak, you begin to break down. And so we want you to understand that our transition is also something that is a spiritual thing that we're doing. We're transitioning. And I want you all out there to understand that everyone must transition on a daily basis. Stop thinking that your problems is just your own problems and you're just going through the world's worstest things. Mm-hmm. And some of us are going through some things way worse than others. But I want you to know that we're all transitioning. We're all trying to constantly keep our head above water and stay focused. And we need you to do the same thing. We need you to stay on a constant mindset of transitioning to better yourself and reach perfection as you know it.
Transitioning and evolving, you know what I'm saying? Because you are either in one of three states, right? You're either evolving, devolving, or static.
Static. But static.
Stagnant, I mean, same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
You're in stasis.
Yes.
You're just right here. You're not moving forward.
You're not going anywhere.
Moving backward. You're just
not going anywhere.
A world in the damn way.
That's what you have a lot of those. You have a lot of those at your job.
You got a whole lot of them. You know,
you're trying to still figure. We got people. We're trying to figure out how to even work where we work.
Hey, man, listen.
It makes you think that you probably like it's something wrong with you. Like,
yeah, exactly. You get the question.
If they got hired here. Maybe I'm the reason. Maybe I don't know. That's a whole nother.
So in one of my jerk moments that really wasn't a jerk moment, I was serious as hell, and I'm going to repeat it. Either lead, follow, or get the fuck out the way. Do one of them, but do something. You know what I'm saying? Do something. Lead, follow, or get out the way.
A jerk moment more so than you just wanted to put emphasis on a statement and curse in the middle of it. Like it was, he had to put that.
It was the emphasis.
Okay. All right. He's Stephen A. Smith in me right now with all of these words that I have no understanding of what they are. All right. He's bringing up words that I'm going to have to bring up Siri for and try and figure out what they mean. But the beauty of it is that you guys out there are smarter than I am, and y'all know what he's talking about.
So it's not that you're smarter than him or me, or that I'm smarter than anybody.
Right.
You just have to listen to the syllable that I use to emphasize.
I've had enough. You see this? I've had enough. He's done it again. You see this? Now I have to stop you. He just used the word syllable. Okay. Now, I'm just going to let you guys out here know right now, I've made up 2 words, all right, in my lifetime. 2 of them, all right? And I'm willing to bet a lot of things, all right? And if anyone came to me and used the word syllable in any form, I would guarantee you that I would lose the house. I would be coming home to my woman in draws, okay? Because I would swear it's not a word. I just wouldn't believe it. Syllable, okay?
So,
but I know it's a word, and he's going to tell you what it is right here. The word of the day is syllable, y'all.
So, the way that I used to teach Swahili, right, is that if you put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable, then the word is not pronounced correctly. So what I would say is you have to put the right emphasis on the right syllable, or else it's not right. So you have to put the right emphasis on the right syllable for it to be correct. Now, I use that particular example for a variety of different things. One would be that. Another is how you can say something a number of different ways, but say the exact same thing, but it mean different things. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was to say, whatever you think matters doesn't. I can change the emphasis on certain syllables or change the emphasis on certain words and change the whole meaning of the sentence.
That's pretty much what words.
That's what they're meant to do. That's why they're not numbers. Numbers is concrete and words is fluid.
Well, I really think that this is a beautiful moment because we learned what a word none of us have heard of.
I did make it up though. I just changed the emphasis.
We've never heard this before
on the syllable.
I found it to be luriferous, and I just decided I was going to accept it all right, because a word like that coming out the way that he said it so easily and so pronounced it very, very, very cleanly, you would have never ever doubted that. And I think that you learned something else today.
All right, but here's what I want to say on what he was talking about before we got on emphasis and syllable, right? Mm-hmm. Which is, you can't, like, a lot of times we trip about things that life don't give us. You know what I'm saying? We wonder, man, why didn't I get this job, or why didn't I get this girl, or why wasn't I able to have the money to be able to do this, or how come these people don't really mess with me, right? And the thing is, life's not always gonna give you what you want. Not because you don't deserve it, but because you deserve more. A lot of times we shortchange ourselves.
Ooh, man, that's tough there.
I mean, like
that was a good one right there.
You know
like, for real, that was that. Yes,
we shortchange. Like we don't get in trouble. And honestly, I wish stupidity was painful. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do. I wish
it is. It can be.
It can be, but it's not all the time. Like, I wish certain brands
was like a buzz that went off.
And you get stung every time you do or say something stupid.
Or even thinking something stupid. Yeah, before you even do it. So you don't even do it.
I get buzzed.
You get buzzed all the time.
I'll be getting buzzed.
But you're right. Like, soon as you do something,
but thinking and doing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not thinking, saying and doing.
Yeah,
saying and doing. You should get buzzed when you say or do something stupid, right?
Coming next year. Buzz Your Ass. The show is gonna be called Buzz Your Stupid Ass. It's coming next year.
For when you say and do stupid shit.
BSD. No, BSA. Buzz BYSA. Whatever. Buzz Your Stupid Ass. You know what it is. Y'all make some silly cribs or whatever the hell for it.
Buzz Your Stupid Ass.
Yes, we buzzing your stupid ass.
We buzzing stupid shit. Right.
Oh man.
Now here's why I say that, right? Because if stupidity was painful, then people would think twice more before they actually speak. You know what I'm saying? And we wouldn't have the Donald Trumps of the world. You know what I'm saying? Because check this out.
We might have them, but they'd be in pain.
They would be in pain, so they would be silent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But have you ever noticed that the people that know the least know it the loudest?
Yes.
The ones that don't know shit are always the ones that want to talk shit. They're always the ones that want to have something to say when they really don't need to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, have something to say. Don't just have to say something.
Man. What if when you was saying something stupid or doing something stupid, you automatically just got super sick? Like you drunk too much. So when people see you, they be like, oh yeah, he got that stupid. Boy, get away from him. He got that stupid. Like the corona. Like, you gotta wear like some type of something, but we'll just know. Like, we see him walking around. Oh, he on this. He's stupid. Like, yeah, he got that stupid.
Like, don't that happen to Trump now though?
I don't know, man. Trump is just
he's stuck on stupid.
He's stuck on, but he's not. We're not seeing no like symptoms. Like it used to be somebody beating his ass like a couple times or something. Like nothing's happening to him. Like he's even though he's going to lose, he's still going to be protected for the rest of his life. Family's going to be set. He really has nothing to worry about. And what's so crazy about it is he actually gets to, if he can live long enough, come back and try it again.
He gonna have a talk show next year,
and then he's gonna try to win it again.
He's gonna try,
and he's just the type of swindler the United States is bound to fall for.
He's the prototype for an American citizen, like real talk. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't know how we got duped into that one. I don't know how all of us fell for it after all of the failed businesses and things that he's been through. But we're not going to make this about Trump because that's a whole. That's a whole year we can spend.
I don't even care no more. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't care the 3.5 years that he was in office. It was just funny to watch. You know what I mean? Like
it was painful for me.
It was painful for me at first.
It was very painful. I could not, and even
I had to start seeing the humor in it though.
Well, now I still can't. I still have trouble understanding how this could have happened under the United States of America. Like what really took place?
Because more people hated Hillary than hated Trump.
I ain't
gonna say hate.
Well, I would have to say that.
I'm not gonna say hate, but you had a lot of white Anglo-Saxon Protestants that was more ready for a black man to be president than a woman.
And I do recognize that.
You know what I'm saying? It was hella misogynistic. You know what I'm saying? It was I mean, you had sexism that played a part in that election. You had the fact that I mean, people just wasn't feeling Hillary because Hillary didn't ever show no feeling.
She was an emotionless woman.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? People wanted to see something out of Hillary. Compassion. So I like the way I've been on Biden for that 94 bill. I was on Hillary the same way for that super predator shit. I was on her tough. And despite popular opinion, Joe Biden did not call black men super predators. He didn't. Fact check that. Right? Number one, I'm going to tell you off the flip, don't never believe nothing I say.
Check it out. Go check it out.
Research it for yourself. Don't believe me. Go research it.
I like Biden because he is a man of the people. And when I say that, he has a people heart. He has a heart of a regular Joe, of an average guy. He understands him. Doesn't mean he's gonna do anything for you. Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean that the world is about to turn into rose petals without the thorns. But it does give you some type of hope in the direction that we're heading. Having a president that we have that seems personal.
What I had to do, I had to forgive Joe Biden for the transgressions of 20 however many years ago. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like it had to be it was a forgiveness thing for me, right? Because I would never be able to support Biden if I didn't forgive him. You know what I'm saying? Like because I looked at it like this, right? I had to forgive a lot of people that I would kind of get in trouble for talking about. Like I had to forgive Dr. King for following Mahatma Gandhi. I had to forgive Mahatma Gandhi for some of the shit that he went through in his younger life. You know what I'm saying? Like, and for those of you who have not seen earlier episodes of what I'm talking about, in Mahatma Gandhi's younger days, he was racist against black people. He did not like black people, and so I feel like Dr. King using him as the pinnacle of someone that whose beliefs he should follow. You know what I'm saying?
It said a bad taste.
It didn't sit well with me until I was like, well, hold on now. That's young Gandhi. Do I really want everybody still not liking me for the things I did when I was young?
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying? For the mistakes that I made when I was young.
Forgive me.
Do I want people holding
what
that
I've done when I was young and what I did last week and the week before that, and probably yesterday. So I definitely don't want you thinking about what I did when I was young. No, I was just saying, all right, forget about that other part, but yes, we just
not touching that.
Yeah. Anyway,
anywho, the reason why, that's why, because I know I would want forgiveness because in my opinion, I fucked up a whole generation. You know what I'm saying?
Like what I was saying that I need forgiveness for not only my past, but some of my present as well.
I screwed up a whole generation.
Some of
So that being the case, that's why I was like, I gotta forgive Biden if he shows contrition, and I saw contrition with him. You know what I'm saying? I had to forgive Gandhi if I saw contrition. His later life and the acts and deeds of his later life, I saw contrition.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, I can rock with that. But about that time.
All right.
We appreciate y'all.
Man, we glad that y'all stopped in, had this conversation with us. Hope you was motivated and encouraged. Hope you learned something. Also, we hope that you transition with us into
2021.
2021, notoriously opinionated. Is going to be off the chain. We're gonna have some blockbuster names coming in.
Oh man!
Them. I mean, we're gonna tear the roof off.
Hey, the topics that we gonna hit in the near future. We gonna get on economics. Barry.
We definitely gonna get on economics. We gotta get our pockets right.
We gotta get the pockets right. You know what I'm saying? So, we gonna have Nut, Nordy, and all them on. You know what I'm saying?
We definitely gotta have them on.
So they gonna get on. My guy Mike,
especially Nut. Nut got a lot of information. We gotta pull all of that out of his head. We're gonna just take your head. Nut, we're gonna take your head.
No, we're gonna take your head.
I'm gonna twist your head off and I'm gonna dump it all out on them so that they can all get all of this that they missing, man. Because you got it all up in there and they need it. So that's gonna be one of my favorite ones right there.
Get a hernia.
Yeah.
Trying to mess with Nut head.
All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. It's another great episode.
This has been Areas of Human Activity, man. Transitioning into Notoriously Opinionated. Peace.
We
out.
out.